Everybody with a check ain't certified. If you look behind these shades, you see a murder house. A lot of people that I beef, it wasn't worth my time. Got my
Yeah, what's up? What's going on, my creatives? You already know when the how I go. It's another edition of C.U.T.S. You know what the C.U.T.S stand for? Culture, urban, technology, and sports. Now, this is the platform where the creatives, the power players, and those moving the culture forward come here and chop it up with yours truly, the neighborhood Ruger Sprayer. Nonetheless, man, to my left, to your right? Woo! Finally, we've got this guy here in the building, man. We've been trying for a long time. Happy, he's been busy. He just got back from Colombia. He talked about that off wax. He might want to talk about that. Might not. Who knows? Hey, you know how this goes here on C.U.T.S. Nonetheless, I got my man David Samuel in the building. David, what's good, son?
I appreciate you having me.
Yes,
Thank you, man.
yes,
it's an
definitely.
honor to be here, man.
As you know, he's the owner of East River Wellness. You know what I'm saying? Definitely a brand that is definitely making a mark in the healthcare culture. You know what I'm saying? Wellness culture.
Absolutely.
Am I correct on that?
Absolutely, yes.
Oh, yeah, okay,
yes.
cool. You know what I'm
Very
saying?
important.
Also, let's just get right into it. Like, just hearing about that, about the health and wellness culture as of late. It's definitely been a boom. It's definitely been a booming culture, booming market. For let's say the last decade, it's been a booming market for you. What do you feel intrigued you the most? Yet you figured, all right, you know what? This is where I could fit my lane. Take us into that.
Okay, so I'm gonna start with what's got me started. So what got me started is basically practicing plant-based on my own.
Right.
So my brother passed away 9 years ago.
Oh my gosh, sorry about that.
Yeah, from colon cancer. So
wow.
Yeah, so when I did the research on colon cancer, how to naturally help cure colon cancer, I found soursop.
Right.
So when I found soursop, I was like, okay, let me look into that, because that same year, my uncle passed away.
Wow.
Yeah, so I was like, all right, let me be on top of my colon, So once I discovered soursop, that was like conduit to everything plant-based.
Right.
So I feel like my niche now is basically starting with capsules. I have 16 different capsules healing everything from gout, thyroid, men's and women's libido, hair growth. I have everything for lungs and weight loss too.
Nice.
So that's really I honed in on doing things naturally, because honestly, people be on chemotherapy. They'll be on it for years and years and years, and they running up your money on chemotherapy. So I feel like, let me just figure out like an alternative route to natural healings, and it's been working thus far.
Nah, that's what's up, man. And just kudos to you on that. I feel, when it comes to this space, you know what I'm saying, as well, just either health, entertainment, or whatever have you in this space, right? That when in this era we're in right now, people don't understand how much, it takes mentally to stay focused on your path. And, for something like that with, you're losing key, imperative relatives in your family. You know what I'm saying? That, it's a huge kudos that you stayed the course. It's like, all right, you know what? This is going to be the fuel for me to help everybody. You know what I'm saying? And that's big. That's huge. That's a huge, kudos to you on that. But let's just go here, man. And we're going to go to hip hop sense a little bit.
Yeah,
it lighten the mood a little bit, lighten it up or whatever, which is great after that. So if East River Wellness was a rapper, who would it be and why? Whoa.
Well, I'm going to say my favorite rapper of all time is Kim.
Okay.
All time.
Okay.
But if I were to put East River Wellness, I don't want to sound too cliche, but I'm going to go Jay.
All right, why Jay? No, why Jay, son? Why Jay-Z, son?
From a business aspect, I feel like East River Wellness, we have our business, business sense. I feel like we're very professional, very corporate, so I would have to go Jay, just on his knowledge on business, I would say, yeah.
Ah, cool. And let's stay on that. Mom and pops versus corporate. What's the big disparity? What's the big difference? There we go. Sorry about that. What's the big difference between the two? And then also, what in your expertise, so as much as you do, what do you feel has been the leading way to go, in a sense, as far as like corporate versus homegrown, or for that matter, independent? Like, what do you feel?
I would definitely say have your business credit intact. I'll make sure all legal documents is up to par. You filing your taxes correctly, and having everything aligned. As far as like your website, your Instagram, your TikToks, everything for reach, and then everything legal, like I mentioned before. For sure.
All right, so what's the most misunderstood thing about wellness in the wellness culture, and why do you avoid talking about it? You know what I'm saying? Why do you think we avoid talking about it as far as in the wellness culture?
What's funny? I think it's lack of knowledge. That's what really another reason why I started it. I feel like people don't know too much about it because it's not. You didn't grow up like we grew up on Tylenol, Robitussin, everything. Right. You find it everywhere. But like natural health, I feel like people don't see it enough, so they don't hear it enough, and they don't take the time really to understand the natural benefits of it. All
right, that's what's up.
Yeah.
I mean, we did touch on this, but I'll try to fix it out the best way possible.
Yeah.
Everyone got a breaking point or a breakthrough. Definitely, what was yours? I mean, you did talk about, but also too, what else was your breakthrough when it came to now I got to build my own lane? What else was the other breakthrough leading on to that?
Well, my breakthrough was just basically the results of clients. I got a lot of results, especially I have hypertension capsules. So I have, family and friends at the geriatric age where they really, really need it. So I feel like once I see that start working, I was like, okay, now I'm really onto something, because you have like a whole alternative, because people be on their blood pressure capsules or pills, I should say, for years and years and years, and then you just get a refill from your doctor like continuously, So I feel like, okay, now I found something that can like curb like their hypertension or their blood pressure. So I feel like the capsules could put a halt instead of keeping it at bay. To put it to a halt, and I feel like that's one of my breakthroughs.
Nah, that's what's up, man. Yeah, and I'm glad you're doing that, because even for me, I'll keep it a buck. I'll say about my health. I'm every now and then. What I'm saying, I'm not every now and then, but I do take my medicine. What I'm saying. Unfortunately, with the hypertension, and everything, I've been working on that for a long time, and just overall with the working out, just watching the food intake, even the alcohol intake. Cut back, balance, tremendously and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, wine here and there, but I'm just saying I've cut back tremendously off of what I was doing before. And it's just imperative, like, for people to really understand, like, what I'm saying, don't just stick to, I'm not saying not to go to your doctor, but don't stick to what the doctors prescribe. You know what I'm saying? And it's dope that, a brand like yours covers that. You know what I'm saying? Covers those certain things and everything like that. So that's definitely what's up. Wellness ain't sexy to most people. You know what I'm saying? It's true. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. How do you make it cool without selling out or getting gimmicky?
Ooh. All right.
Yeah,
so
we getting there, my creators. We getting there.
I try to appeal. I feel like when it comes to wellness and like the holistic route is usually like our grandparents, our parents doing it.
Right.
So I'm trying to appeal to the younger crowd. I'm trying to appeal to people like in entertainment, like yourself, people that do music. Just to make it more appealing, because like I said before, we didn't grow up like hearing about holistic health when we was young. It's more of a thing that we hear from our grandparents, or later in life we just finally understand it. So I'm trying to find a way to, appeal to people that in that 18 to 30 crowd,
Right.
Yeah.
No, that's what's up. Now, I mean, and that's a hard.
Yeah.
Shout out to the ReemoMeerak brand. The pre-productions. We be going in, or we research on the people that we have here and stuff like that, or we look at the culture itself, like of that culture, like wellness culture and everything like magnitude. And I'm gonna keep it a buck, man. It's so challenging nowadays, right? To not look like you have an alternative motive financially, right?
Yeah.
Even though, yes, you have a business, but it's so challenging because, God forbid, okay, if you teeter and walk on eggshells, are you really cracking the not the algorithm, but are you really cracking your financial goals and levels or whatever have you of your business, as well as showing that, okay, you are caring for the people. It's such a huge balance to like cover over your head and carry on your shoulder. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's just one of those things, man. I mean, at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying? I think for us that when we came to that question, I think, we wanted you to really like tap into it. I guess for you to show your difference, from what you are in comparison to other companies and stuff like that. Because other companies, that could be the case. And, and even if you look at the wellness culture as of late, it's starting to almost look like, anybody's just jumping into this shit
redundant,
just to say, hey, we're wellness. You know what I'm saying?
True.
So, in that regard, I'm glad you touched on that, but I'm just saying in that regard, that's the best way, one could look at it. You know what I'm saying?
And also, on top of that, I work in healthcare. So, so that's part of my credentials as well. So,
right. And that's huge. No, listen, man. Listen, I feel at the end of the day, whoever works in healthcare, shout outs to you tremendously, because that alone is a litany from challenges, issues, documents, procedures. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to my sister. My sister works in healthcare. You know what I'm saying? So,
nice.
I had my aunts and they worked in healthcare as well.
That's what's up. Okay.
So I kind of understand where you're coming, but I see it. I see what y'all go through, and it's just like, damn. Even the times when I go in, you know what I'm saying? If I go to my doctor and I check in and stuff like that, I just be looking and seeing and hearing, what they go through on the phone calls. Hey, well, you got to send an EKG here. Yeah. Hey, you got to send this. This got to go here. I don't know if the insurance is going to cover that. And it's even that part, and to see what you guys go through, when you have to deal with that situation, you have to deal with, okay, well, the insurance only covered this much.
Yeah.
And then the feedback and the backlash is so ironic, and then also too, it can be, you can say scary in a sense, because you're just doing your job. At the end of the day, you're just doing your job.
Yeah.
No, and I'm not saying job like that in the sense to demeanor you. I'm just saying at the end of the day, you're just living. You're just doing up to it. You
clock in, clock out.
Level, civil duties and everything that magnitude of what you're doing to help a human. But then here comes backlash, feedback. Oh, this is hey, yo, why ain't you doing that? It's like, yo, bro, or sis, listen. This is what's in front of my screen. This is what they're telling me. And I don't know what else to tell you.
And it's funny that you said like the whole insurance covering, people's healthcare. That's another reason why I feel like my prices are very affordable. My price range for the capsules is $20 to $25. So, and I cover like almost everything, any type of illness. So that's why another reason I want to create that route.
Right.
Where, okay, dang, my insurance don't cover this. Damn, let me think of the next option. Okay, let me go the holistic route, So, yeah, that's another goal of ours,
No, but also too, let's touch on that. Let's continue on that. For you, when it came to that decision, do you feel that on one hand, you knew a sacrifice that you would have to make, a heavy sacrifice per se in that? Because on one hand, yes, you want to build your own lane, possible to at least ensue, or for that matter, persuade. Not to say persuade, but you get what I'm saying. To get people to come through and be consumers, right? But then on the other hand, it's like, okay, when is that point that you got to be realistic, almost per se? You know what I'm saying? Because evidently, as this brand increases, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Evidently the price is gonna have to increase.
That's true.
Per se. You know what I'm saying? So
absolutely.
For you and your team, like when does that decision come about? Or is it one of those things where you guys collectively say, okay, we'll take this huge sacrifice right now, and then in the future as it builds up, we'll worry about it later. Take us into that.
Yeah, that's the sacrifice we're doing now. We try to keep all our products around the same price point. Because again, we want just people, the clientele, to be introduced to it. And then once, let's say a few years from now, the sales, extravagantly pick up, then we'll reconsider, changing our prices if needed be,
Right.
But, our key purpose is to just have that introduction, just put that lane for other people just to even think about, even if they don't really buy it. But if they go on the website, look at articles, it's like, okay, let me look into this, sometime, so. That's one of our key goals.
That's what's up. Let's really get it. Let's really, really, really get into it. Like, what do you feel is like the biggest cap that you hear in the wellness space that makes you cringe? It's like, yo, it's not what it is. Like, real talk.
Well, I would say like the C.U.T.S, not everybody's getting the right C.U.T,
We get Temu C.U.T out here?
Pretty much, yeah.
What?
You really got to find a good source. A lot of the good places I would say is Jamaica, St. Lucia, or even some places like Barbados that would have it, but you got to find like a really good trusted supplier, someone that's really reputable. Because like you said, you could find C.U.T anywhere. But if it's the Temu C.U.T, it's not you're not benefiting from that,
Temu C.U.T go crazy. I'm not gonna lie, man. Temu C.U.T go crazy. I'm not gonna lie to you, I'm creative. Listen, man, I go crazy, son. You taking Temu C.U.T and you thinking you're getting healthy. I don't know. You better double check that Temu C.U.T. Synthetic C.U.T goes even
that's
crazy.
K2 C.U.T is
K2 C.U.T definitely fucking wild, son.
That's crazy.
If you're taking K2 C.U.T, that
crazy.
Is definitely wild. So I'm like, I can't even imagine what like the symptoms would be of like if you take that. Like, what would happen?
Nothing. No benefits, nothing, no zinc, no iron, no nothing.
That's wild. All right. So, why do you think Black and brown communities don't take health wellness seriously until it's too late? Ooh, damn.
I think, honestly speaking, I think for us, Black and brown people, we like usually might be too reliant, too trusting in the healthcare system. And me, personally working in healthcare, we don't get treated the best, as patients, as employees. But somehow we just super trusting in our doctors, super trusting in the healthcare system as well. People think that the healthcare system is really going to take care of them. And I just feel like people just get too reliant to the point that they wait too long until something gets really serious. They'll probably go to get a checkup not too frequently, or get a checkup and then they will hear something and they wouldn't take it too seriously, because that goes back to the lack of knowledge, and not knowing, really what it is, So, man, I just feel like we just need to, step up our knowledge in healthcare, do our research, our online research, look at alternative routes and then really hone into that, especially alternative routes, man.
Yeah, and that's what I mean, I guess for me in that sense, I think besides the lack of information, I guess in a sense, one doesn't want to feel stigmatized. And I'm only speaking, I'm going to be transparent. Even I know with my mom, there was a point in time when she was sick and tired of taking the pills, right? And for me, not saying I wasn't like knowledgeable of other wellnesses to tell her, hey, try this route. I guess for me, in a sense, at that time, it was like, all right, let me be more informed, then I could give that information. Because I'm big on that. I'm big on, listen, I know information is easy to give to somebody out here nowadays, but in the same token, it doesn't give you, the person, the right per se to give it in a sense where you don't know what the ramifications be for that other person that you're giving the information to. You know what I'm saying? I really feel you should be well versed, or for that matter, you should be well certified.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Not just only like verbally, but even on paperwork certified.
Right, absolutely.
Or just like how you, yes, besides you having your own company, yes, but your background and your footprint comes from actually being in healthcare services, healthcare network, healthcare industry. You get what I'm saying?
Absolutely, yeah.
And I'm big on that. Even at that moment, not saying that yes, my mother, I would never go and be informed or go do the research. But even at that moment, I couldn't go anywhere past emotionally or what to tell her, because at the end of the day, yes, she's my mom, but in the same token, I'm not trying to give her information that I'm not well versed at. You know what I'm saying? In that,
absolutely.
in that regard.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So that's why I guess with that question in hand, when you think about the Black and brown community and stuff like that, not saying that that is the only main thing, but also too, there's some that, okay, they kind of feel that way. Like, okay, well, if I'm not versed, I don't want to say something. You know what I'm saying? Which is kind of a catch-22 if you want to look at that per se. But I'm just saying for me. I don't know about everybody else, but I'm saying for me, I'm big on that. I'm big on, one should be well versed in it as well as highly certified.
Absolutely, yeah. I
you
agree.
know what I'm saying? In regard in anything. It's not just healthcare, but just in anything that is heavily informational.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because you don't know what the ramifications could be for that person. You know what I'm saying? Regardless. I mean, yeah, you can say that about any type of information per se, but certain types, like healthcare, like wellness. You know what I'm saying? That's not just something you can just fly out your mouth and just get out or just come on the camera and just say or whatever. No, you should be well versed. That's some well versed shit.
I agree.
You should be saying. And I'm not saying you have to be a doctor. You have to be a nurse. I'm not saying that. Let's get it to where it is. But in the same token, the bare minimum,
right,
or even the bare entry should be you should be at least well versed.
Absolutely, I agree.
In giving that, you know what I'm saying? What say you?
Yeah, so I practiced before I started a business. Even before I started healthcare, it's something that I practice. Especially when I told you when my brother passed away 9 years ago, that something I practiced myself. And then when I got into healthcare, I just seen a lot of people with going through chemotherapy, having this type of cancer and that type of cancer, and and it's early too, and my brother, he passed away at 40.
Wow.
40 years old, so I just feel like, people just, if they don't really jump into wellness or holistic health, at least research it for a while or, go through multiple sources. If you don't trust this person, you want to hear another, opinion about it, go to another herbalist or another doctor, get, multiple opinions on something, and then do your research on your own. That's what I would suggest people do.
Yeah. That's what's up, kid. All right, man. Let's go to the next one. What responsibilities do you feel wellness brands should have to the culture? Should they just sell products or educate too? Take us into that.
No, I think education should be the biggest thing.
Right.
I think instead of being quick to sell, I feel like we should be more quick to educate people and then build a trust. I feel like the more information you put out there, the more trusting people will be. So it's more like people want to see results of it. It's like, okay, oh, this is good for me, but all right. Oh, you say this is good for me, but how did I know? But the more results you get, the more cases that you heal, more patients that you have, or clientels, or just friends or family that you heal, the more credentials you build and the more trust you get. And that's been working with us. We have, I started with my family, immediate family, and then my friends. And then when I start selling, and then, I come up with people that, okay, oh, my hypertension is down. I don't have gout anymore. And my father, I have capsules for his lungs. He has like a chronic cough. And then he asked me to make some capsules, and I helped him with his cough, Yeah, he almost had a COPD, Wow. So yeah.
Blessings him. I mean, he's still, thank God he's still around, but you know what I'm saying? Blessings him on that, real talk. All right, man. Men don't talk about libido, hormones, and mental fatigue and all that, right? They really don't talk about it that much. Why did you choose to go there with your brand where most dudes won't?
I feel like libido, when it comes to libido, I think it's what contributes is drinking and diet. Personally, I feel like a lot of the fast food that we eat and a lot of the alcohol, especially
consumed.
Yeah, like on a weekly basis. Yeah, that affects our libido, especially when we get in our late 20s and our 30s and then our 40s as well. Our libido, slowly decreases. So that's why I feel like, let me make something where, okay, if you do that, like I said, life is a balance. So if you do, indulge in that, which is nothing wrong every now and then, let me make something where you can keep your libido high, and especially sometimes when women have miscarriages is because of the men's, semen is very, very poor, you know, and it's very, very weak, you know. So I feel like, okay, for that reason, let me make this capsule something all natural where that can help boost fertility, especially for men, because we talk about women's fertility a lot. We don't talk enough about men's fertility.
Yes.
You know, we have a lot of men, you know, shooting blanks, you know, when I have children, can't have children, you know. And when I say that, I'm talking about like 30s, early 30s, you know, and 40s, you know. So I want to make something that, okay, you can enjoy in the bedroom as far as like long lasting, but also helps with fertility, most importantly.
Right. Yeah. No, that's, I mean, you know, once again, it goes back to, you know, what we were talking about earlier within our Black and brown communities, and not just saying only them, but just overall in a general standpoint. You know what I'm saying? It's the not knowing of knowledge versus the willingness to take in the knowledge. You know what I'm saying? That's huge. You know what I'm saying? And especially in within men. You know what I'm saying? Because the ego kicks in and the pride kicks in. Right? It's like, all right, what are you willing to sacrifice? You know what I'm saying? Per se, because at the end of the day, we're thinking about long term. This is about the future. This is about, once again, thinking about ramifications for another individual, for another person. Okay? A loved one. If it's a woman you love, and also, I'm not going against LGBTQ, or if you have same sex or whatever have you, okay, what are you thinking about the other person that you're getting involved with? You got that. That's key. You know what I'm saying? Especially for women that have miscarriages. I'm not going against them about it or whatever, but in the sense of doing the best to understand. And that's a huge, you know, thing that, not thing, that's a huge feeling that they're feeling or going against, because it's damaging when it does happen to. And I'll say some truth, sir. You know what I'm saying? There's an ex of mine that, you know, that did happen. You know, before I got in a relationship with her, that did happen with her and everything like that. And I could tell you, for a minute of going through that relationship at the time, yo, that was traumatizing. And even look, and I'll even say, I mentioned on this episode before, shit, what happened to me? Another ex I was with, you know what I'm saying? She went and got an abortion without even telling me. You know what I'm saying? But the mental that I went through. I went through a huge. I went through a huge mental. A lot when it comes to that too. I went through a huge mental. I'm talking like,
she didn't tell you at all,
son. It was bad. It was shaking. It was shaking, and you know, with that, you know what the stigmatization is with that, because it's the, oh well, what did you do? And you did something to her, and it's like, yo, I felt so crummy as a man, bro. Like, because I'm gonna keep it real. Like I said, I'm pretty transparent. As hardworking of a man I am, both on a working standpoint, financially, and even as who I am. Right. It's like, damn, son, I wasn't that good. Like, that's what running through my head.
How you felt.
Like, I wasn't good enough to even get the truth. You know what I'm saying? And it took me a while, like 3-4 years, to get myself mentally cured, mentally confident to want to date again, or even for that matter, go through a process with a woman. Because it's like, I was so, it makes you timid.
You know what? It could be maybe her past trauma.
No,
you know, that could been something that she dealt with prior to meeting you. And she feel like, oh, damn, this I'm pregnant again. It's like, all right, let me just, instead of my feelings getting involved and then even telling you, let me just get rid of it, you know, which is not morally right, but I'm only assuming she thinking that. You know,
but it was you know, speaking of the good friends of mine, and then also to the therapy, you know, that I had to go through. You know what I'm saying? Because I was fucked. I was fucked up. I was fucked up, son. I'm not gonna, I was stupid fucked up. Like, I would never wish that upon nobody. You know what I'm saying? You know, from abortions to miscarriage, I wish that upon no one.
How long y'all was together? Come on, man.
We was together for like a year.
A year, okay.
He was together for a year. You know what I'm saying? Year or two. And it's just like, yo, son, just to get that news. And then, you know, yo, it was so messed up. Shout out to my cousin. You know what I'm saying? I called him first because he's a dad. I called him first to tell him how I never sounded like that. Even early in my days when I was going through depression coming into this industry. I was even lower than that. And I was even low at that point. I was lower than that because it was just like, it felt like just something just taken away from me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I'm not saying, and I want everybody to understand it. Understand where I'm coming from.
Yeah,
I'm not saying
it takes two people.
Yeah, it takes two people, right?
Yeah,
so I'm not saying it to where, damn it, she's selfish. I'm not going there. I'm good on that. I'm cured on that. Trust me, I'm cured on that.
Okay.
But I'm just going into what I felt.
Yeah.
It was crushing. It was yo, if I had to put it up there, even past like my wisdom tooth hurting, I'd rather like have 5 wisdom tooths
taken out, than
to go through that pain.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? To go through that pain as a man, to go through that pain, and just afterwards, how much it took for me to like get mentally cured, and not go into it like, oh, bitches is evil, oh, women are fake, oh, women are liars. So it took a lot. You know what I'm saying? Like about a good like 2 years almost of therapy.
Okay.
Because it was like,
that's not affecting your daily life now.
No.
Okay, so therapy works. That's what's up.
No. It was just, works, I'm big on that. Like, I don't play with that. I'm a huge like proponent. I'm a huge
shout out to your therapist.
Yeah, real talk. You know what I'm saying? I'm really big on that. I'm really big on people doing the best they can to heal themselves. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm big on longevity. I'm not a moments guy. I'm a longevity guy. I'm big on, okay, what choices I make and the ramifications down the line. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I think us in society today, that's the part that gets skipped the most. Like, yeah, you know, you can do what you want, be lit or whatever have you, live whatever life you feel is living that life. But just understand when it comes to having another individual in your life, doesn't matter from woman, child, whomever, family, new family, whatever, just understand just the ramifications of that. You know what I'm saying? I think that's big. That's huge. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Oh man, my careers. You know how we do here on Cuts. We get to it, man. We talk to the deep, we get to the real, and the whole 9 yards. If you ever come to if someone came to you and said, East River Wellness changed my life, what would they say you helped them with first? Or what were the testimonials?
I believe the testimony will be, okay, you introduced me to holistic living, holistic health. Yeah. And for us to to treat that person, we just have to see what their illness was. And I'm pretty sure based on what their illness was, we would just say, okay, these are the herbs that we use. That Google's right there. You could just Google it. If it's something that you want to make on your own, go right ahead, because all our ingredients that we use are right on the bottle. And I'll just tell people, listen, man, if you feel like it worked, it's something you can grow. Everything holistic comes from the ground. So everything I make comes from the ground. You could grow it yourself. You could plant it yourself. You can make it yourself. And you can help your village. I'm glad we helped you. But now take what information you learned and go help your family, go help your village, So that's what we key on, like educating people. That's what really something I'm really, really big on. Yeah,
that's huge, man. I feel at the end of the day, man, like the times we in right now, stop telling everybody go to Google, bro. Like I get it. Yes, it's easy to get to, but let's say that person doesn't go to Google, then what? Take it upon your responsibility to at least educate them or give them the information. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm sick and tired of this like era, man. Like everybody just wants to just throw it in the wall. Oh, okay, that's what it is. Do it. Right. Yeah. And it's like, all right, what if that person don't want to do it? You know what I'm saying? Yeah. That's the times we in. Motherfuckers don't want to have boundaries no more, morale. Right. They don't want to follow a routine or structure or whatever. They want to fuck it, live free. Oh, all right, I don't want to do it no more. Like, okay, well, shit. All right, well, take the extra mile. That's what I'm saying with your company and brand. You guys are taking the extra mile.
Absolutely, yeah.
Because you understand the ramifications. Yes, I've said ramifications many times on this episode. So what? But that's what just the fuck it is. When you come to wellness, you got to think about the long term. You got to think about the long term of that other individual's life.
Absolutely. I feel like everything can be cured.
Yes.
Everything on this earth can be cured.
Yes. Yes, that's a whole fact. All right, man. If your brand had a theme song, what era of hip hop is it from? 90s grit, 2000s hustle, or new wave energy? What's good? Woo!
It would be, we like to have fun. So it would be something 98, probably 98 Mace.
Oh, okay.
99 Puff, maybe.
Right.
You know, something in that era, like maybe Bad Boy, Rockefeller era. You know? Yeah, which I feel like was the golden age, or the second golden age of hip hop.
Right. Oof, man, don't start. You saved yourself, brother. Because I ain't gonna lie, man. Motherfuckers would have, yo, son, tell him he better do his history. No. Like, hey, brothers, it's cuts. All right, that's what he feels. That's what he feels.
Absolutely. We feel good music, you know, nice 80s samples, you know. Hey. That dance music, yeah, absolutely.
All right, that's what's up. All right, who's the one artist you would want to partner with on a wellness campaign? You know, someone who actually gets it. Someone who really is about this wellness culture and wellness life.
Let me see. I'm trying to think who, like, really into fitness. I'll say, like, Wiz Khalifa.
Okay.
You know, somebody like Wiz Khalifa.
Okay.
Even Jim Jones, he works out a lot. I'm trying to think. I don't know if any musician.
Styles P possibly?
Oh, yeah, there you go. Styles P. I was just trying to think of somebody.
Pharmacy of Life?
Shout out to Pharmacy of Life. Yeah. Styles P, perfect answer right there. Yeah. Okay. Absolutely.
All right, that's what's up.
Yeah.
All right. East River Wellness was a movement, not a product. What would its slogan be? Something that hits like a bar. Woo!
Slogan.
Or what would that be? Like, if you could think of like a hip hop, like famous hip hop bar, what would East River Wellness be, bro?
Let me see. Hip hop slogan. Let me think. That's a tough one. All right, let me see. Dang. Trying to think of a good one. Let me see. Damn, what's some notable slogans?
That's tough. I mean, as far as like, well, you don't have to say wellness, but I think in that regard, shout out to the Reemo brand team, man. We be wilding in pre-productions. I guess in a sense, not just has to be wellness, but I guess based on the way your company is. You know what I'm saying? Based on what you had answered earlier on, you say like Jay. So what J line would you feel? What J line would you feel would like describe more so about what East River Wellness is?
Let's see. Damn, you do. I'm trying to think.
Got a lot. Can't.
I'm trying to think of something off that Grammy Family Freestyle right now.
Oh yeah,
you got some. Let me see. Let me think.
Might have to go to Google for you.
Yeah, he got some. Let me see.
Hold on, son.
Damn.
Got you over here. So hold on. So
let me see.
Hold on, son. Got you.
You was talking about things that he put it into fruition and trying to get a good quote on that.
Hold on. Can we go with? I've been crushing the building since eyes on socks. So independent shit. My God, I might buy Koch. I might not stop. Places to cop. 76 floors.
You could call me the doc. What he said after that?
Say when. Inspired by Basquiat, chariots on fire. Everybody took shots. Hit up my body. I'm tired. Build me up, break me down to build me up again.
There you go.
There it is. All right.
Yep. Build me up, break me down, build me up again. And what he says after that?
They're like, "Ho, we need you back. We need you back. So can we kill your ass again?" Yo, Jay is so funny, bro. Yo, I love me fucking with Jay, son. I ain't gonna hold you, son. Jay mad funny, bro. Jay-Z be having me crying, bro. I'm not gonna lie to you. Even though we know what it is. But I'm just saying, Jay is just mad funny, bro. I'd be like, yo, sir.
Yeah, you spitting like his whole future on that freestyle. Yeah, I feel like I'm a big manifester too, so I like to speak into my future as well. So yeah.
All right, kid. All right, man.
Crushing the buildings.
All right, ready? All right, let's go. You ready, sir? You ready to go to Bars of Cap? Bars of Cap, sir. This is the game segment that we play where pretty much we want to talk about some scenarios. Bar, you agree to the scenario.
Okay.
Cap is cap, but you got to explain about it. No in between.
Okay,
got to be one or the other. You ready? Yeah, sip that water,
yeah.
sir. We're going to sip this water.
Got you.
Are you ready, sir?
Ready.
All right. Bars of Cap. Drinking alkaline water turns you into a superhero. Bars of Cap. I'm not going to lie, bro. Yo, all this stuff. Yo, I think drinking alkaline water, it should change my credit score too. But I'm just saying. Bars of Cap, bro.
Nah, those are bars. Yeah,
all right,
absolutely.
All right. Let's speak about it.
Alkaline water is purified. There's no additives to it. And it directly affects your body, and water is something we need. I believe 80% of our body composes water. So I feel like the more purified it is, the more alkaline it is. Yeah, definitely. Good
nah, that's what's up, yo. Listen, real talk, bro.
Bars for sure. Yeah.
Nah, that's what's up, man. Listen, at the end of the day, man, alkaline water is fire. Let's not act crazy. Okay, alkaline water is straight.
pH balance is high too.
Yeah,
alkaline water. So yeah, absolutely.
and you gotta all right. And you gotta be careful. Even though Essentia is fire water, it is. But just like we talked about earlier with Timu, with the Timu CMOS, you gotta be careful with the Timu pH and the Timu alkaline.
Saratoga.
Yeah, right.
We go on too. Yeah.
Right. We gotta be careful, son. We gotta be careful, son. All right, man. Yeah. Next, let's go to the next one. C.U.T.S fixes everything, even bad decisions. Bars of Cap. Whoa.
Well, since C.U.T.S has 92 of the 102 minerals, such as zinc, iron, potassium, I feel like those are bars as well.
Okay.
And why is because if you get all the minerals, the omega-3s too, it has that as well.
Right.
If you constantly take all those vitamins. And if you add it with the bladderwrack and the burdock root, you get all 102 minerals. So yeah.
My creators,
absolutely.
Not only do I stay bringing you the talent, the talent stay bringing you the gems.
Absolutely, yeah.
The hell are you talking about?
There you go. And then once you have the 102 minerals, you make really good decisions.
Right.
Smart decisions. Yeah.
Nah, that's what's up. Now I ain't gonna lie to you. Real talk, at the end of the day, I wish C.U.T.S could fix my exes. I'm not gonna lie to you. My exes that I had, son. I'm not gonna lie. I'm being serious. Yeah. So I could buy it by a gallon. I'm not gonna lie.
Absolutely.
I buy it by a gallon, son.
Yeah, take
gallon
that now.
C.U.T.S. Gallon C.U.T.S fix all my exes right quick. You know what I'm saying?
Mix that with the libido. And then your next shorty. Yeah.
You never know. I could be King a la Reemo, son. Real talk.
Absolutely.
Let's go. If it says organic, automatically means healthy. Bars of Cap. Whoa.
No.
That's big cap. That's
cap.
Big cap.
Yeah.
That's big cap.
Because I think organic has to be a certain percentage. I forget the exact percentage, but it has to be a certain percentage organic for it to be labeled as organic. So that's cap. We throwing cap on that.
Yeah, exactly, bro. Because look. Organic donuts are still donuts, okay?
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Like, let's not get crazy.
There you go.
Krispy Kreme, they say organic, all this. It's still Krispy Kreme, son.
Yep.
Let's not get crazy.
Yeah.
Let's not get crazy. Still go to the doctor. Don't be getting Krispy Kreme, all right? All right, man. Hair growth oils work if your diet is trash. Bars of Cap. That goes crazy. Real pre-production. What are we doing?
Say that again? You said
hair growth oils work if your diet is trash. Bars of Cap.
Nah, that's cap.
I'm not gonna write the funny tagline. I'm not gonna say the funny tagline. Pre-productions, you're wild on this, so I'm not reading that. No, I'm not reading that. No, all right. You can't out oil a Popeyes freestyle. Yeah, whatever. I know. Pre-productions. What are you doing? What are we doing? Yo,
That's
we gotta chill, bro. Yeah, that's stupid cap.
It's a combination, man.
That's wild
combination.
Cap. Black men don't need supplements. Just drink water and mind your business. Bars of cap. That goes crazy.
That's cap. I wish it wasn't, but it's cap. Unfortunately, it's cap, man.
Yo, what are you doing today? Cap. Yo, ReemoMeerak brand team. I'm looking at, what are we doing, son?
If it was in Wakanda, maybe.
Right.
You know?
Right.
But nah.
Come on. What are we doing?
That's
son?
cap.
What are we doing? Women's hormones reset if they take a weekend trip to Miami. Oh my fuck. Jesus Christ. Yo, what are we doing?
Damn.
What are we doing? No, that's fucking cap.
Oh, yeah.
No, that's cap. Listen.
Let us know in the comments.
Yeah, right. That's it.
Let us know, please.
We're not going to go any further than that. Jesus, what are we doing here?
Okay.
Beach, man. All right. Libido boosters are only for old heads. Bars of cap.
No,
damn.
No.
Nah,
that's cap. That's cap, man. I feel like the earlier you start,
yeah, you got to, speak on that.
The longest your endurance is,
Hell yeah. So
big cap.
No, I'm not reading that. Yo, pre-productions are fucking. Pre-production. What do we do? Dad jokes on this? What are we doing? I'm not reading that. I'm just not. I'm just not. Yo, all right. Melanin automatically protects you from all health issues. Bars of cap.
That's cap. Unfortunately,
cap.
Yeah,
come on.
It's cap.
It's cap. Come on, man. I mean, yes, we get good skin. It keeps us.
Melanin, helps
it keeps us well. It helps, but
it's cap, man.
It is not the end all be all of metals. Okay, you know what I'm saying? It's not one of those type things. Come on, people.
None of us would have anything if that was true. You know?
Right. Right.
So
if you take supplements, you don't gotta fix your diet. Bars of cap. Yo, Dad, that's definitely
it's cap.
Yeah, we are on a cap
man.
streak.
Life is a balance, man. It's a balance. You definitely, first and foremost, you want your water intake.
Yeah.
You got to do at least 8 to 10 glasses every single day. Alkaline water.
Right.
Preferably.
Right.
On top of that, the balance of eating healthy has to be there. You know, we live in New York City, whole bunch of fast food restaurants. Mm-hmm. I live in Harlem. I give it chopped cheese every now and then. Every now and then. You know, so yeah.
Our grandstand
at Haji's, only at Haji's.
Food, yeah.
Shout out to Haji's.
Yeah, shout out to the East Side, yup.
Yeah.
Hell yeah, son.
But yeah.
And shout out to Deli Boys too. I did my review on them. Yo, shout out to Deli Boys, son.
Okay.
On 134th and 7th. Yo,
okay. I've been there. Yeah.
Fire spot.
Yeah.
You know, and get the green sauce. You cannot forget the green sauce. Son. Yeah, real talk. All right. Hair loss is only genetic. Stress don't count. Bars of cap.
That's cap.
Right. That's huge cap. That's huge cap. Stress.
It's not solely genetic.
Right.
And like we said before, it's, you know, you can have good genetics, but with the bad diet, then you just erase all of that, you know? Right. So yeah.
All right, son. Here we go. Wellness is soft. Real men don't do self-care. Bars of cap. Yo, I'm sorry. Look, ReemoMeerak brand team, you were wilding on this one, son. I just don't get it. I get it, but it's like, yo. Okay, bars
big
of cap.
Big
Big
cap.
cap. Stupid cap. Come on.
Big cap.
We do self-care.
Yeah,
like, what are we talking
self-care.
The ones that need it and want it done, they do it. I mean, you know what I'm saying? But what say you? You said...
That's cap. I think, has to be routine. That's more of a discipline, honestly. You just have to really, really be disciplined for it, yeah.
I bet. Mm-hmm. Last one, and then we got a couple more. Yeah, a couple more, and then we're going to close out. You can't outwork burnout. Just grind harder. Bars of cap. What do we...
Nah, that's cap.
Cap. We have not had a bar in like 9 scenarios. We have not had a bar.
Nah,
all right, cap. Why cap?
Cap. You can't burn yourself out, man. That goes back to mitigating your time, discipline, you know, and just make time for this, make time for that. Don't ever burn yourself out. Yeah, that's never good. Never good.
All right. This one I feel is a bar. Well, all right, this is the last one. This is what I feel is a bar. Straight up. I feel definitely this is a bar.
Okay. Let's hear it.
Social media made everybody think they're a health guru. Bars of cap. Definitely a bar.
That's a bar. Yeah,
that's a bar. All right, go into it, sir. Thank you.
There's a whole bunch of baby Dr. Sebbies out there.
Right. Woo! Thank you,
without the
because
credential.
I was wondering when are we gonna get to a fucking bar? Like, damn.
Nah, but it takes people that, like I said, that work in healthcare or do herbalists or have credentials. Like myself, I have I work in healthcare, certified herbalist as well. But it takes even more than that. It takes practicing it. It's really honing in your craft, practicing it. So yeah, I feel like you just can't, just because you got a following on Instagram, feel like you can now give advice, without practicing it on it. So yeah.
Right. Yeah. I mean, at the end of the day, listen, my crabs, you know how I feel about social media. I mean, it's been the opening gateway for anybody to do anything at this point. You know what I'm saying? And then on top of that,
the gift and the curse.
The gift and the curse. But at the same token, it goes back earlier on in this episode, bro. Like, just because it's easy entryway doesn't mean you should not do your research.
Absolutely.
When it comes to giving information.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Again, you know what I'm saying? You say what you want, my creatives. I mean, that's just basically common sense 101. All right, man. For everything that we went through in Bars and Cap, which one do you feel resonated with you the most of your journey?
I feel like the alkaline water.
Okay.
To be honest with you, I feel
right.
like everything, like diet, even going down to like the burnout that you mentioned. I feel like just consuming water, you'd be surprised. That's just the start of everything. Everything is gonna fall into place. A lot of people that work out say that you start with the core and then you work on every other muscle, and I feel like the water is the core for everything health related. So if you can't get the herbalistic part down pack, or you can't get the diet down pack, one thing you could do is drink recommended dosage of water, which is 10 to 12 glasses every single day. Toast to that, actually. Toast to
there you go.
Water.
Yeah, man. Real talk, man. Listen, man. David, definitely appreciate you stopping by, man.
Appreciate having me.
Yo, right now, look into your camera. Let everybody know where to follow you at, sir.
You can follow me, East River Wellness, TikTok, Instagram, and then our website, www.eastriverwellness.com. Check us out, please.
All right, man. You already know what it is, man. You know where to follow me at on everything at ReemoMeerak_. Here at this platform, Culture, Urban Technology, and Sports. You know where to see it at and stream it at. YouTube, Spotify, Amazon Music, Apple Podcasts, iHeartRadio, DJ Chase Radio, weeknights, 10 p.m. You already know what it is, man. It's another edition of Cuts.
Yes,
you know what
sir.
the Cuts stand for? Culture, Urban Technology, and Sports. You know how we shout out my creatives. Hands over the eyes. 8 to 1, baby. It's the 2 up.
Yes,
Turn that
sir.
2 over. Ruger's up. You already know what it is, man.
Yes,
That's
sir.
peace.
Yes,
You already
sir.
know what it is. Yes,
Peace,
sir.
peace.
All right.
Everybody with a check ain't certified. If you look behind these says you see a murder eyes. A lot of people that I beef, it wasn't worth my time. Got my